Hello and welcome to Kump.
Hello.
Hello, Lucie.
Hello.
Enjoying this nice sugar-free Red Bull?
Nice.
You as well?
Yes.
It really does smell awful, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't taste great. If you chill it, well, we all know what Red Bull is. We all enjoy it for its wings,
Sure.
its wing properties.
Yeah.
They really try to make it seem like it's smack. Like it's a nice line of Coke, but it doesn't really do that. It doesn't do much for me. But it tastes how it tastes. You know, it's a little fruity, a little weird, a little overly sweet. It smells like BO mixed with I remember when I was in high school, my mother, now that was my main gift. Now, if this was your main gift, I'm not trying to class shame anyone if this is all you got for Christmas. But one Christmas, my mother got me, amongst other things, a small travel size bottle of Designer Imposter CK1, which was not the Calvin Klein brand.
Oh, okay. Like a cologne?
Yeah. I mean, it was like a stocking stuffer. I mean, that would be an awful, even if we were poor, which we weren't rich, but even if we had nothing but that, just get me an O. Henry bar. What are we doing with this? I mean, come on. Well, let's stop fucking around here.
Was she proud of the deal she got?
I think she's got a CVS or something. It's fine. I mean, it wasn't, again, it wasn't the main thing. It wasn't like a build-up and then look, I got a second job over the holidays, so I can get this for you. And it's a bottle of CK1. Now, I'm not trying to seem ingracious. It's fine, but there was other things. And she got, I guess the idea was to put it in my gym bag, which is what I did. You put it on after gym class, I guess. I didn't shower after gym class. Did you do that in high school?
Shower after gym class? No, gym classes were never that intensive.
Yeah, I didn't treat it that intensely. But that being so, I whatever. Point
They'd have
is,
us walk around the track for 45 minutes.
that's it. You didn't play any games, any competitive things.
Maybe sometimes. I just remember a lot of walking slowly around a running track.
Did you tell me your period or something? Like, why would they let you do that?
No, they had everyone do that.
That all you would do is just, I mean, look, it's probably better than standing around on the sidelines of a game and then getting a couple minutes.
Right.
If you're not one of the alpha boys, who I later on, threatened to commit suicide to. But that does seem a little odd. That's old. Was it an option or they didn't have any? Why would you pay someone as a teacher to tell people to walk across the track?
Well, they would kind of do things if one of the kids started standing in place or walking too slowly, they'd be like, hey, you got to walk.
Oh, move it.
Yeah.
That's a master's degree? That seems odd. I mean, look, should teachers make more money? Sure. Not for that. That seems, I mean, that's surprising because I seem to remember when I went to public school after I was kicked out of my Catholic high school, that it was kind of an option. You could just walk around if you felt like it.
Yeah.
But there were still things going on. That's just so bizarre. Anyway, we had actual gym class. And, as you can imagine, hence the nickname Kump Dump for various reasons. My locker was a bit of a mess. We have very skinny lockers. And one time after Christmas break maybe or spring break, I came back. My gym bag was under a bunch of books and also assorted garbage in my locker. And the can of CK1 Designer Imposters depressed into my locker. It was an aerosol. And the weight of all the garbage and the books had pushed down. And this entire can emptied out into my locker. There was also a rotten sandwich in there from God knows when. Which, it was a wicked combination. Because
right.
I don't know if you're familiar with CK1. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I remember it being very citrusy. So a very strange... You know what else is very citrus and pungent? A decomposed body, which I wouldn't know at that time.
Huh.
But there's something citrusy, something. It's not an orange grove. But when you walk in on a floater, like a Swamp Thing decomp, like a guy whose balls have been inflated to 2 to 3 times the size by the gas buildup, there's something citrusy mixed with shit, mixed with garbage, mixed with rot. Which I can't, it's hard to explain.
I wonder if that's what attracts the flies to it. The citrusy smell.
Maybe. I think flies will find anything dead. And I mean, because they'll apparently they will land in you within minutes of death and start laying eggs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like the minute if you weren't vibrating, I guess this fly's just waiting to lay eggs in you.
Wow.
Very much like Neil Strauss's The Game. Like they were what were those guys called themselves?
The pickup artists.
Yeah, fly pickup artists just waiting to lay their eggs. So
because when you're dead, they know that when you're dead, your confidence is at an all-time low.
Yeah, and it's time for them to get to propagate their genetic line through egg laying. Why did that come up?
Were you a big cologne person
I wasn't at that point. My mom did start giving me at one point later on in life, maybe in my mid-20s, like some sample colognes that she had because she was into perfumes or whatever. And she got some samples for some Bulgari cologne. It might have been unisex, but I used to wear it, but then I ended up getting a bottle. Bulgari Black. I think she got it for herself, but it was more masculine. Not to gender anyone. Uh-oh. But, so I would wear Bulgari cologne for a period of my life.
Huh.
But you wouldn't think Ray Kump would wear Bulgari cologne. You wouldn't even know Ray Kump would know it called Bulgari because they put a V in there. Bulgari. You would think I would say that. But no, it's Bulgari. And
did the ladies like it?
I don't know. I mean, sure.
Did that girl who you accused of killing your dog, did she love the cologne?
I didn't have it at that point. Maybe that would have sealed the deal. That was high school. That's when I had the CK1 designer imposter.
You got to think like a fly about this stuff. You got to...
How do I translate that to the girl who I accused of killing my dog? After I'd asked her out. How is that? How does thinking like a fly work?
Because you confuse her. The dog comment confuses her. And then she picks up on the smell. And it's sort of like a source of comfort.
Just thinking like a fly just translates to smelling good.
Yeah.
Okay. I know there's more to it. Act like a man, think like a fly. And the entire book is just smell better. Wear cologne.
That's going to be our pickup.
Flies famously wear cologne. So it's a good analogy. Why did we get onto the designer imposters? How did that come up?
I don't know.
The citrusy smell. Red Bull.
Oh, yeah.
So, so I mean, my locker smelled reeked horribly. And the fragrance reminds me of Red Bull. And it's not the same. I'm not saying that, I'm drinking CK1 Designer Imposter right now, but it's similar. It's a similar vibe, but I like it. It's fine. Let's.
I like the taste of, what?
Cheers my Red Bull.
Oh.
Is this bad luck cheersing with the.
It can't be good luck. I mean,
they say toasting with anything with alcohol is bad luck.
Huh.
But that's just like an enabling drunk. Come on, you can handle it. You've been sober for 10 years. You can handle it. Speaking of smells, we awoke to we got it relatively quickly, so it wasn't the most pungent thing. But our freezer, we woke up. I think we haven't addressed this, but I think we both secretly are blaming or accusing each other in our heads of doing something duplicitous.
Sure are.
We're very suspicious of each other because the freezer, I woke up and was just a jar. We have a top-bottom situation with the freezer fridge. Our freezer has always been a little wonky as far as it popping open. And I tried to close it the other day. Couldn't get it closed. You didn't seem to, initiate either. So we kind of let it rot for a couple of days.
Wait, didn't that all just happen today?
Well, it started yesterday, but the smell didn't really start until today. So, I'm just saying, I'm a slob. You weren't a slob, but I said, I couldn't get it closed, hoping you would maybe get it closed, and you didn't.
I tried once.
Okay, look, I mean, I can't blame you. So the point is, we I don't know what happened to we lost a lot of our frozen broccoli and shrimp. There was a box of Bubba Burgers in there.
Yeah.
It has me concerned for Thanksgiving. To follow up, we're hosting Thanksgiving for the first time. Have you ever hosted Thanksgiving on your own, with the
No.
No, so this is our first time as a hostess.
We had just the two of us Thanksgiving last year.
We did. We made chicken, which, if there was company involved, that'd be a travesty.
Yeah.
That'd be a real fucking problem. I mean, it's fine for us. We're cute. We're drinking. You got me a case of Bud.
Yeah.
I like regular Bud, cold in a can. Just drink it like water. Eating the chicken. We got pretty drunk. But if that was like, if our family had come over for that, fucking disaster.
Yeah, no, they would have.
You need a turkey.
Been disgusted.
I mean, I'm not. Look, I get it. If you're not, if you're from some other culture that doesn't have turkey, and you still want to do Thanksgiving. I mean, I think people mostly have the turkey, right? Just get the. I mean, now it's gonna be turkey shortages. They say people are saying. I mean, we have our turkey locked down, I think, but there's turkeys. A shortage of turkeys potentially with all these like supply chain issues.
I had sort of like a waking fever dream when you were telling me about the Thanksgiving order.
Yeah.
Where we go to pick it up and they're like, "Oh, sorry, like we don't have it ready. Like there's not enough stuff."
It's possible. Look, it's possible.
And you just start screaming at the guy.
not that. Just the fact that I start screaming.
Yeah.
I don't think that would be the case. I mean, look, I would understand that. It's usually when someone doesn't care.
Right.
And then, I mean, look, here's the situation. Let's do a role play like we love to do.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Ray Kump, here to pick up my Thanksgiving order.
Am I being a little shitty about it?
You don't have to be, but
Okay.
Hi, I'm here to pick up my order.
Oh, yeah, sure. Let me check on that. Oh, God, I'm so sorry. It turns out we've actually had a shortage problems.
Okay.
And we weren't able to make your food.
I ordered this, like, back in October.
I know, but when the time came, we just didn't have enough of the
It's
supplies.
it's 9 o'clock in the morning. That's why I said it relatively early. When did this happen? When did you run out?
Last night.
You couldn't pick. That wasn't an option. Or maybe it was. Okay. Maybe,
Okay.
So is that the situation? Okay.
That's the situation. I'm sorry.
What do you mean that's the situation? This is when I get mad.
Yeah.
Well, Thanksgiving, I'm obviously, it's a catering situation.
Right. Yeah, I can't apologize enough, but we just don't have the turkey or the stuffing or the mashed potatoes.
So you're telling me I'm just fucked? You're not offering me a prime rib. You're not offering me a chicken, a roast duck. You're not offering me any kind of complimentary replacement foods or cauliflower artichokes, anything of that sort. You're just fucking telling me I'm ass out, and then I'm going to wait. Sidebar, I'm going to wait here because now I'm going to have to cancel my fucking people coming over. I'm going to make sure you don't give it to anyone else either. If anyone else gets a fucking turkey or a piece of macaroni or a fucking goddamn spinach.
We do have one person we have arranged to get a turkey.
Why?
Well,
what's so special about this person?
It's sort of an important person.
Who is it?
Hillary Clinton.
You tell.
Hillary Clinton wanted her dinner catered by Whole Foods and
what'd she do? Threaten to murder your son? Like she murdered Seth Rich?
Yes. She threatened to murder all of our sons.
Did she say, I'm going to Seth Rich you?
Yeah, she did. Those were her exact words.
Wow. All right. Well, I guess.
As you can imagine, if we didn't provide Hillary Clinton with a Thanksgiving dinner and she, tweeted about it or something, it would look really bad for Whole Foods. So.
I have a Twitter account.
Oh, you do? How many followers do you have?
About 37,000.
See, Hillary Clinton has more.
Yeah, but Hillary Clinton's not going to actually shit on Whole Foods.
I don't. You don't know how vindictive this woman is.
You know how vindictive I am. She'll do it one. That's the reality. Let that be known that Hillary, most of these important people are not going to use their position to shame catering situations, which I will if I'm put against the wall. If someone wants to fucking do the dance with me, this is a problem.
Yeah.
No, I mean, look, I'll ask if I will start yelling if they give me no options.
Right.
If they're like, hey, we have these other things.
What if they said, hey, we have 6 frozen vegan pizzas?
That's all they have in the whole store? Yeah. This is not like a warehouse in the middle of Dumbo. It's the Whole Foods.
Yeah.
I mean, have we spoiled the surprise that we're catering from Whole Foods? I'm sorry, I'm a basic bitch.
All we can spare is 6 vegan pizzas, and then there's also There's also some frozen Amy's tofutti cuties that you can have.
Can I just get some chicken livers?
You want chicken livers?
It's better than tofurkey.
For Thanksgiving? You're going to give your family chicken liver?
I mean, yeah, I heard they're pretty good.
I mean,
were you being racist now? Mr. Inclusive. You don't know what kind of people eat chicken livers because they were given the scrap meat and they had to make it really delicious even though it's not great meat, and you're going to shit on it, you fucking fake liberal piece of garbage?
Look, all I know is that if I provided chicken liver for my family when they came over to Thanksgiving, I don't think they'd be happy about it.
They sound like a lot of racists. A racist family. Through and through, right to the core. Racism! I was just screaming, racism! Inclusion! So, yeah. So, I'm worried we can't freeze anything. Is that going to be an issue for Thanksgiving is the point? I mean, we could, but we don't know what's going to... I mean, we could put some ice in there.
I mean, if we're getting it catered, maybe if we were having some pie and ice cream, keeping the ice cream in there might be a problem.
Yeah, we'll have to go to the bodega and just, mid-meal. Hopefully, still have some ice cream.
Because you think that's standard, right?
I swear to God,
you have the option of a scoop of vanilla ice cream.
I swear to God, if we go to the bodega, mid Thanksgiving meal, and that bodega kid who works at the bodega tries to give you a Thanksgiving hitting on, I swear I'll lose my shit.
He doesn't like me anymore.
Well, because I fucking probably gave him the look enough times.
I don't know. I think I did something wrong.
Like what? Not fuck him?
Or maybe he's just getting older and he's
an incel. He's like, oh, now she's a Becky. She won't fuck me. She thinks she's a Stacy, but she's a Becky. But that's a problem with this culture is that Beckys don't fuck me. They should.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting Stacy's, but is that how it works? The Stacy's and the Beckys, or the Becky's the better one? I think you're a Stacy Veronica.
Thank you.
That being said, but this is how they rationalize. Yeah. Well, you're just a Becky, and if you were a Stacy, I get it, right?
But yeah, last time I was in there, I was like, I think maybe he's just getting older. He's turning into more of a teenager.
Yeah.
It started to make gradually more and more sense that he's working there. But this time when I went up to the counter with my stuff, I gave him a smile.
Yeah.
But he was immersed in a video game on his iPad.
Oh, well, that's mature.
It was like I
love how it's like, well, he doesn't want to fuck me. It's like, no, he's getting older, more mature. He's just ignoring me and playing a video game when I'm trying to check out my food. Like, yeah, that's great. He's getting older. Anyway, he better not try shit. If he's trying to play hard to get, I'll show him what's harder to get, which is a new head. That's the hardest thing to get. Speaking of food stuff, my butter burns have mostly subsided. I think by Thanksgiving they'll be not noticeable, so that's nice. A little update there.
Oh, wait. Let me see him one more time.
My butter burns. They're still there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, salmon butter, it really scolds you. But we'll move on to some topics. We got this Aaron Rodgers situation. Have you heard about this?
Oh, yeah. I hear they gave him a really good securing on SNL.
Really?
I don't know. I haven't watched it, but there's like some really bad looking sketch.
What did they do?
It's like Pete Davidson playing him.
Oh, so it's not funny?
Yeah.
And it's just whines about his dead dad? Hey, oh no, now fucking, what's his name's never going to work with me. The guy who doesn't make funny movies. Judd Apatow. Oh, no, now I can't be in Freaks and Geeks, the movie, playing the fat Kump. Never going to happen. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, now you don't ever, look, if you want me to get engaged comically in something, don't ever bring up SNL. Now I'm thinking, like, am I going to talk about this now? Because SNL touches it. You might as well. Now I'm on Aaron Rodgers' side.
No, but SNL touches everything.
That's true.
You can't think that way.
They're like a pederast. They just touch things. But yeah, so this is like, look, I mean, what did he do? He fucking claimed he had the vaccine. Well, he said he was inoculated, right? I think is what he said.
Yeah.
I'm inoculated, which he thought was like a clever. Look, I'm not the guy who says, like, shut up and dribble, of course. I'm not the guy who, like, thinks like athletes are all just dumb jocks. Yeah, they're probably not mostly Rhodes Scholars, but, neither am I. But this does seem like the kind of move a guy who thinks he's smarter than he is does. Where he goes like, hey, I didn't say I had the vaccine. I said I was inoculated. I don't even know what the other means were. Like fucking jerking off.
Does he think he has like natural immunity because he got it or something?
I think he took some stuff, or he did some other stuff that, like, Maybe he took some fucking colonial antibiotic. Who the fuck knows? I can't speak to that. But he probably played a little word game, and then he got COVID. Now I get the arguments that people who there are arguments being made by like people who don't support the vax mandate or even anti-vax. That you can't spread it anymore. We're gonna get into it. But the point, you shouldn't be lying to people. Look, there's plenty of people. Like Kyrie Irving on the Brooklyn Nets isn't playing right now because there's a mandate in New York City. And he can't play home games. And the Brooklyn Nets said that, we can't have it. If you're not going to play home games, you're just not going to play any games. And so look, I don't necessarily respect his, this is also the guy who's a flat earther. He's a wild card, whatever. But that being said, at least I wasn't saying this before, but now compared to Aaron Rodgers, at least you have your convictions.
Right.
I mean, it's just he had a lot of dumbass. He's like, I'm doing this for the people who can't quit their job or whatever because of these vax mandates, which is bullshit. He just whatever. But that being said, compared to Aaron Rodgers, here's the thing. Am I mad because of the vaccine? I'm mostly mad because of how awful he was on Jeopardy. As the host of Jeopardy, this guy was the smuggest, least engaging, most uninteresting piece of shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. And it just screams of that situation. With the vaccine, it just seems
we were looking forward to him too.
I like Aaron. Up until Jeopardy, I liked Aaron Rodgers. I'm not a big football guy, but he's even with sports I don't necessarily watch. I like talent, right? I like observe because I've talked about this before, but I missed Michael Jordan. Like I knew he was there, I knew he was the best guy, but I kind of just thought, well, he's always the best guy. I didn't realize how special Michael Jordan was. And so in my 20s, I look back and go, I really didn't watch any of this at the time. So now that's why I got in the LeBron train. Not because I don't think he, doesn't make mistakes or he's not annoying sometimes, but because he's just a marvel, something to marvel at. Same with Roger Federer in tennis. So Aaron Rodgers is not as renowned with accolades as Tom Brady. Tom Brady's got like 7 rings. Rodgers has 1, but he's one of the best quarterbacks of all time. He's an amazing talent. And he was on an episode of The Office towards the end. It wasn't very good, but whatever. They probably asked him to be on it, and he agreed. Now I look back on that. That was over 10 years ago, probably. He probably hemmed and hawed and clawed his way to do a stupid cameo on The Office to play some guy in some America's Got Talent judge or whatever, and it's just nothing. And then. Now he was just a Super Bowl champion at that point, and then he fucking waited 10 years. I think he did okay on Celebrity Jeopardy, but then he comes out of the woodworks to host, and it's just garbage. And you could tell how clever he thought he was. I mean, he's a guy who should be personable. I know the argument that he's a really hot, he's a good-looking guy, right? Yeah, very good-looking guy, and he's a fucking phenomenal, legendary athlete at this point. Even though he doesn't have all these Super Bowls, he's still. When you're one of the greats of all time, he just won the MVP. Great looking guy. I know he doesn't need to have the charm, right? But you would think that guy kind of, because he talks to people all the time and they love talking to him, he just has some. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe these people are all wooden psychopaths, but he has 0 charm, 0 charisma, and I hated him on Jeopardy. So this vaccine thing is just, I don't even care about it, but get him. That's my point. Right. He was a really bad Jeopardy host.
So now is he saying, now has he come out and said, no, I was talking about the vaccine. I'm not going to get the vaccine. Has he explained his reasoning?
I think, I don't know current up to, he missed today's game, I guess. Because he had COVID and he has, his protocols. I don't know up to today but I do remember reading a day or two ago that he was furious that his COVID status had gotten leaked to the media. So I don't know. It doesn't seem like he's very remorse. What's the word? Not remorse.
Morose. Remorseful.
Remorseful. Remorse. Doesn't seem like he's trying to make amends. Which look, I don't get into the COVID politics of it. I'm just saying the guy sucked at Jeopardy hosting. So let's get rid of him.
Who leaked his COVID status?
The team or whatever. I mean, someone on the team or whatever. I don't even know if it got leaked. I mean, these things the NFL gets notified, I think, when stuff like this happens. Or if it doesn't, I can't get I didn't vet this like it was the Panama Papers. But I'm assuming there is probably a procedure where He said leaked, I think. Who knows? I mean, also, I read the headline. I didn't read the article. Maybe it was, some fucking rag that they just changed the headlines. There's a YouTube site out there where I try to watch ESPN shows, and they'll just, make up lies that, Stephen A. Smith said, put it in the title, and it's just a half hour of Sports Center. It's not even Stephen. How can we do that, is my point. Because I click. They get me a bunch of times. I am not above doing duplicitous clickbaity stuff. I just don't know how to make it work.
Yeah.
Because you're going to clickbait and you're going to find me just ranting about a Jeopardy hosting gig. And, I don't know if we're going to retain those people.
Right.
But I'm willing to try.
Speaking of football players.
Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh.
What?
Go on. I mean, what?
What?
What
do you think I'm going to say?
I don't know that you met a bunch of them and something happened?
Well, we'll talk about that later off the air, but,
Yeah, once I have a chance to jerk off.
Did you see the Colin Kaepernick documentary series that he's doing with Netflix?
I have not. Illuminate me.
I've seen it. Well, I don't know much about it, but it's exploring history or whatever.
Okay, the history of culture and race and stuff.
Yeah.
Or just the history of here's how pretzels are made. That would be amazing if Colin Kaepernick just made a how things work kind of show.
Oh my God.
He just goes to Snyder's pretzel factory and is like, so how do you get the Parmesan cheese into the sour cream and onion?
And each time as the person's demonstrating the thing, he throws a football to them.
Yeah. Sometimes he kneels.
Yeah.
But he goes oh no, I'm just tying my shoe. It's a running gag. He's just I gotta cash in.
That would be great.
Yeah. He has fun with it.
But yeah, there's he's doing this series about race and culture and history.
Yeah.
And apparently there's some scene where he makes a pretty one-to-one comparison between football tryouts and slavery, slave auctions.
Look. I'm sure he overdid it. And I didn't see it. But dude, look.
Fuck you.
Me?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh. No. I'm just saying, look, there's something there, and I'm not co-signing what he said.
Yeah.
But I don't think it makes him as much of a maniac as I'm sure Fox News is saying.
I mean, look, of course not. That's a very high bar.
Sure.
But
I'm just saying, look, there is a way in football, especially because they basically get treated like meat. I know, look at the NBA. They get these guaranteed contracts, and they're and Kyrie Irving can go shooting his mouth off, but he's got a certain amount of guaranteed money, and there's big money, right? Football, they don't have the same kind of guaranteed contracts, and there's much more of a chance of getting injured, I think the average career is a lot lower, which isn't the whole logical argument, but that's part of it, and I feel there's a lot more people, so in football, the teams are much bigger, right? And one guy, you could be the best quarterback, even Aaron Rodgers is, and he does a certain amount, but you can't get the Super Bowl if you don't have a great team around you. When the NBA, one superstar will maybe don't win the championship, but will make a huge difference in the team.
right.
You'll transform a team, which doesn't have. So my point is, they have more leverage in the NBA. So I do feel football players are, and look, players talk about this. There's a certain amount of meat market. I don't think it's akin to slavery. I want to be clear about that.
Right.
But there's
but there's literally a part where it's you see these football, it's a simulation or whatever.
Yeah.
And you see these football players on the field doing a bunch of different practices.
Yeah.
And then they start walking off the field and they literally transform into slaves.
What?
They literally transform into slaves.
What do you mean?
A line of slaves chained together.
What do you mean they transform?
It's a.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, no, it's a graphic transition. You see them walking and then they turn into slaves.
Well, I don't understand. wait, start over. Wait. So I have to walk back the last 10 minutes? Wait.
Oh, yeah. So, okay. So it's
I met you halfway, Kaepernick. What are you doing to me?
It's
Why did I meet you halfway? Oh, God.
It's yeah. Yeah, you get the point.
Wait, no, I want you to read. So there's actual footage of football players.
Yeah, but it's a little. It's almost like a graphic. I mean, you are I think they are people, but it's they're on a sort of graphically designed football field.
Okay.
And then they start like walking down from the football field into this area where like Colin Kaepernick is giving his presentation. And then they walk past Kaepernick and you could see them like through a graphic transition turn into slaves.
I don't like this. I feel am I wrong to say he's making light of slavery?
I mean,
can I say that about him?
I don't know, but if he were white, I would definitely say it.
Oh yeah, well, there's a lot of things you say. Yeah, it's no good. Anyway. Yeah, I don't support that. I mean, look,
I don't necessarily care that he did that. I mean, it's.
I thought
there's enough institutions that I at least could be linked to slavery historically that it's like, look, maybe he's wrong, but a lot of things are wrong.
Well, look, I just hear a lot. I do. It's not just him. The reason a big part of the reason I met halfway is because, this is something you hear relatively often. I think about football, definitely NBA and football, but I think especially football. Like the players will talk about the owners, and they have a kind of a owner mentality, right. And there's a certain level of it's just the owner. As long as you're getting paid millions of dollars, I'm not saying you should be able to be debased or anything. But, there's a certain level of well, you're fine. But if it's if that's kind of up in the air and they're just kind of treating you like shit, whatever. I'm just, whatever. You've set me up for.
I'm sorry for bringing this up.
No, it's fine. I don't think the NFL is slavery. I want to make that clear.
Yeah.
I was trying to be a good guy.
I would argue that there are things that are more like slavery than that.
Yeah, like the prison carceral system.
Right. But,
not that you shouldn't go to prison for rape and killing.
Yeah.
But you gonna get me with that one too? Speaking of that, a rapist was just what do they call it? Recidivized?
But it's just reprieved.
And then raped and killed the governor's son. I don't know. How do I transition from that to Metroid Lego?
Just like that.
Yeah.
Well, should we do the Batman first?
Yeah, sure. So this is the. There's something. I'm not saying he's right. There's something to that. Yeah, no, he literally put chains on. He literally photoshopped Bill Belichick whipping a man. He literally just dubbed over footage of Bill Belichick just using the N-word.
Oh my God.
Hey, Batman.
Batman. This is a big Batman.
This is a big boy. His cape is really the big thing.
His body's actually pretty small.
Yeah, it's not the biggest body. I mean, it's sinewy, muscular. But this is the Legends of the Dark Knight, I think, or Secrets of the Dark Knight. I found him in the comic book shop. I liked his ostentatious cape. And it's also more of the classic, or at least the late, 90s, maybe 80s blue color. With he's more black now.
It's like a giant shell.
Well, I mean, I think because it's a toy, but I think it's supposed to. It's not hard in the comics. It's just
He's like a Venus de Milo.
What?
He's like a Venus de Milo.
How is he like a Venus de Milo?
Or is it the Venus?
You mean David?
No,
the man.
The Venus de Milo is the one on the shell, right?
She's on top of a shell. She's not surrounded by a shell. I guess I see your point. You're just trying to call Batman an armless woman?
Yeah.
Is she armless? The Venus de Milo?
Oh, is she?
I forget.
The shell lady might not be the Venus de Milo.
No, that's Venus de Milo. I just didn't know why you were calling me. I mean, again, David's right there is the only point I was trying to make.
Yeah.
I guess David's got no.
He doesn't have a shell.
No, I know, but he's a man. Am I being? I don't know. Maybe I'm being a. I don't want to be J.K. Rowling over here. I like Batman. What do you think of him?
I like him a lot. Now, what's the story behind this Batman?
I don't know. I mean, it reminds me of the 90s Batman when he was just going around getting his back broken by Bane in the comics. And he got Jason Todd killed in the 80s. He's Robin.
Yeah.
And I I mean, the wings are a little ostentatious. Do you think that like this wing setup where it's just a sprawling? Do you think he ever got him in trouble? Whenever like caught on things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and like you think he ever had to witness a rape that he was helpless to stop because he couldn't get the wings out of a situation like jam and he was trying to cut them, but you don't want a criminal just cutting your bat cape off because you use that to glide. So it's got to be made of some pretty tough stuff. And like the knife, he probably has a knife that does it, but he might have left it off or fell off or whatever, and he couldn't get it off. So he's trying to cut through it with a regular knife that he has, a batarang maybe.
Right.
And there's a woman being raped right in front of him. Oh, I can't get it off. And it's jammed in an elevator or something, and it's just.
Is there a lot of yes, I do think that's happened. But do you think is there a lot? You would know better than me. Is there a lot of rape in the Batman universe?
It's heavily implied.
And the DCU?
Look, the DCU? Oh, yeah. I think there's plenty of, they may not overly state it, but there's implications. It's the implication.
Right.
It's like, there's a woman.
Like Batman is obviously a rape baby.
Oh, no. I don't think that was implied as a rape because the situation there was, as soon as he shot them, Joe Chill shot, Bruce Wayne's parents. I think he got spooked because the dad moved suddenly, and the mom, and he shot them, and then fuck, and he jetted. No,
I meant that man's dad raped his mom, and he's a rape baby.
Oh.
I feel like that would explain his depression.
I mean, what is that canon? What are you basing this on?
I don't know, just the vibe he gives off.
Do you think Dr. Thomas Wayne, the great doctor, just raped Martha Wayne?
Yeah, because he's like a nerd, and they're always the types that.
I think he was a nerd.
End up raping.
He was a surgeon. I don't think surgeons are like. Was he a surgeon? I'm pretty sure he was a surgeon. You think surgeons are like inherently nerds?
Yeah.
I think surgeons are a little more alpha. At least on the show ER, there's Eric LaSalle, and he was like the alpha, and then you had stupid Anthony Edwards, and he was like the regular doctor.
Not the real ones. The real ones are like big nerds who are
they're
angry.
Remember that movie miniseries we started watching with Casey? What's his name? Casey from Dawson's Creek and Joshua Jackson, right?
Yeah,
where he played Doctor
That was
Doom.
terrible.
It was bad, but he was almost like a jock.
Dr. Death.
He was like a pillhead jock or something, but he was just digging around in old women's spines, just trying to jam fake vertebrae into it.
Well, look, I'm sure there's surgeons that are bad at it and commit malpractice all the time. I'm sure they're jocks. But
yeah, they're too busy fucking sucking and fucking to go to class.
Exactly.
Yeah, and good for them. But what was the point? Oh, so I can't co-sign the whole Thomas Wayne being raping his wife. I just don't know. I mean, again, I'm all for Me Too, but
I don't know.
Look, I can't. Martha never claimed it even.
I can't prove it.
You can't prove it, and also the victim never the supposed victim never even claimed that she was raped.
I'm not saying I can prove it. I'm just saying I get the distinct sense that it's true.
Well, and this should be a show.
Yeah.
It should be called Rape Sense of Lucie. Yeah. And it's just you. It's kind of one of these ghost hunter shows, but it's you walking around randomly in New York City going, I have a sense that this man's a rapist.
No, it would have to be rape baby sense.
Okay.
I go around pointing out the people who are rape babies.
Look, rape baby seems a little much. If I'm a network, I'm saying, can we scale it down? Can you just point out women on the street and say, I think this woman's been raped? That's a compromise.
Okay, fair enough. Look, whatever gets the show off the ground. I'm not trying to be the dead weight on this.
So it'll be like that girl, like you eating a hot dog like in Midtown. Mm-hmm. Like, and you're saying something, you're trying to sound like an authentic New Yorker off the cuff. So, like, I'm rolling, and so Lucie's eating a hot dog, and she goes, good mustard. and you go, wait, look over there. And they do a whip pan.
Yeah.
And it's a woman. And
things get kind of blurry around the edges.
Yeah, and some girl in a red dress. Not like particularly, but like a red sundress. And then it comes back to you. And you're licking the mustard off the hot dog. Because you don't want to keep eating hot dogs every take.
Right.
You go, I think she's been raped. And it just cuts to like the fucking.
And then there's like my partner who's like sort of like a Staten Island guy.
Yeah.
And he doesn't understand my powers.
He's the rapist.
That'll be the season 3 twist. Yeah. But he doesn't understand my powers, but he respects that they're often right. And,
what does he use that to like molest the women?
Yeah.
What does he do? What does your Staten Island friend do?
He's also a cop. But
he's a cop.
Yeah, but
is he off duty or is he working? Are you working with the cops?
No, he's my partner.
I thought you were an ACAB hot dog eating rape hunter. So you work with you're a cop too?
Yeah, we're on the beat.
Well, you're a cop?
Yeah, I would think in the show I'd be a cop.
I did not get that at all. I mean,
because people with these kinds of special powers are always cops in shows.
That's not ever true. What are you talking about? The ghost hunters aren't cops, and the psychics aren't cops.
I thought the psychics were cops.
Sometimes they work with the cops, and by that it's like the family puts pressure on the cops to why don't you get this psychic? And they're like, probably that's not good.
Okay, so I'm on commission. I'm not a cop, but he's a cop.
I feel very differently about this now. It's bad enough what this is. You just accusing women of being raped off the cuff, but I'm willing to explore it with you. But you envision this as not only are you doing that, but you're also a cop. So now I'm
on commission from the police. I'm not like.
Isn't the whole argument is this because the cops, the argument is that the cops, if you come and tell the cops you're raped, they usually say, no, you weren't.
Right, but since I have the powers.
So you're just going the opposite direction. You were raped. What? And every episode starts with you were raped and you have to prove it.
Right.
And then, but through the magic of editing. If it wasn't for the magic of editing, you'd be wrong 95% of the time.
That's true.
But we do just manufacture evidence and we're incriminating what's the word? Coincidences. We edit selectively.
Yeah.
To make it look like, her husband's a rapist.
Are you imagining this as a reality show?
Exactly, yes.
Oh, I was imagining it as like a gritty cop drama.
No, this was there's no ghost hunter cop drama. This is like one of those stupid true TV shows.
I thought it was gonna be like Psych or Monk.
Oh, is Monk a psychic?
No, but he has OCD, which kind of gives him psychic power.
I think that just means he washes his hands a lot.
Yeah.
Did you see The Aviator? He just come in with the milk. Come in with the milk.
That's a more realistic take on it for sure.
Sure.
But
in this case, his OCD means he's really good at stopping rapes. Okay.
Yeah, when he sees blood, he really sees it.
What? That's not OCD at all. That's weird. That's it's not like a synesthesia or some shit like that. Or
he sees little specks of blood that nobody else can pick up on.
That's not OCD.
And shit.
That's not obsessive compulsive disorder. That's some kind of weird spectral imagery in his head.
And also just grime.
What?
Smelly stuff.
He sees grime and smelly stuff?
Yeah.
I don't understand this at all. Can we go back to Colin Kaepernick?
Monk is a great show.
We'll watch some. I like Tony Shalhoub a lot. Did you ever see Wings?
No.
He was on Wings. He played Antonio, the cab driver.
Huh.
Yeah. So that's nice. Tony Shalhoub. Very good. So 8 people are dead at Astro World. Are you familiar with Astro World?
No. What's that?
It's some kind of concert. Rap, maybe?
It's a venue or?
I don't.
Or is it like a festival?
I think it's a festival for 37. All right, so I heard about this the other day. I didn't know who Travis Scott was really. I've heard the name, but apparently he dates a Jenner. I think Kylie Jenner or Kylie Jenner. But,
I've seen him.
But this is just some random guy in the street. That's just a crowd. What are you talking about?
That's not Travis Scott.
There's literally some kind of memorial service going on, and some guy's holding a blue teddy bear, and he's wearing really weird sunglasses, and she thought that was Travis Scott. I know him.
Wait, let me see a picture of Travis Scott.
Why do
they have no pictures of Travis Scott?
Mate.
No, never mind.
Stop. We don't know.
It's whatever.
Look, I don't know. This is such a bizarre chain of. So I heard about this story the other day, and they said this Travis Scott guy. I remember reading the article a little bit. Was saying he stopped the show a few times because the gist of what happened is that people were trampled, right? It wasn't a shooting. Like there was something prompted. I mean, you've been to concerts, right? Where like, you know, everyone's trying to get to the front, I guess. I don't tend to go like to festival concerts. But, you know, I mean, I also don't try to get to the front per se. But you're shorter. Is that something you've done?
Not really. I mean, whatever seat they give me, I'll take.
Do you think?
But
Yeah, I don't know. Are women just trying to get close to the artist, or men? People just want to get close to artists. Stop doing that. Just enjoy the music. He's a musician. He's not going to do anything for you.
But then, how are you going to get that moment where you reach out your hand and then he touches your hand?
And
you get to feel their flesh.
Do you think it's ever like a satisfying thing? That's really depriving. I've seen people who like not. I don't think in real life even, but like I've seen it on TV. Go, I shook his hand once, and this and that, and they're actually like happy about it. My whole experience and everything is that if you meet anyone, I'm no longer disappointed because I know it's pointless to meet people. But
I think it's probably most satisfying when you're like a 13-year-old girl.
Sure.
And it's like Adam Levine or something.
And R. Kelly pisses on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh God.
What? I'm against it. You were using humor to point at the bad people.
Good point.
Jeez.
No, we're good. We're good.
I know. I'm letting you finish your point.
We're good people.
Oh, so keep going. You're a 13-year-old girl.
I feel like I knew a girl once who was like at the MTV Music Awards or something, and she got to touch somebody. Eminem, maybe. I
think I touched the guy from Phantom Planet because he was crowd surfing. I saw Phantom Planet, and I met Jason Schwartzman afterwards in a meet and greet. They got tickets at the local, record shop or whatever. Whatever.
Did you guys hang out?
No, I mean, I think me and my friend said something about like the movie Slackers, which we liked, which he was in. And I said, "You're laser," and he's like, "You're laser." It was nice. It was fine. I mean, I don't really. I think he signed his thing to laser.
Aw.
Which is like, you know, how often I think about that?
How much?
Never. And that was like an A+ interaction, right? Who gives a shit? But these people did. They cared. They wanted to get to the front, and they pushed people on the way to the front. And
so what, did they get crushed up against the stage or something?
Trampled. I don't know.
Shit.
Yeah, in some fashion. And so I had heard that he had stopped the show a couple times to point out, hey, help this person, help that person, right? But then this morning I'm seeing for 37 minutes after officials declared a mass casualty at Astroworld, Travis Scott played on. So now it doesn't seem as clear cut. Now I don't know the guy. He's dating a Jenner.
Yeah, but it's like, who knows what they were also like telling him backstage or whatever.
He wasn't back. He was on stage.
Yeah, but probably there was somebody in his ear just going like, just keep going. It'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm sure whoever was running the oven in Auschwitz also had that guy in his ear. Okay? Yeah, I wanted to tell you. I mean, there's always someone in your ear. I'm sure Colin Kaepernick had a guy in his ear saying, no, just directly link this to slavery. And it's like, maybe I should have the graphic. You're like, no, it's gonna be perfect. Yeah, you can't always listen to the guy in your ear.
That's true.
And then I'm looking at this other thing. Kylie Jenner looked on during Travis's set, had no idea what was happening in the crowd, it says, but she seems somber apparently. Kylie Jenner seems to be aware something was amiss during Travis Scott's set, evidence in her serious demeanor. This is TMZ, so are they the ones who ran down Diana, or was that before their time?
It was some British version of TMZ,
okay.
Yeah.
Evidence in her serious demeanor shortly after she took the stage. Something you can see now in her video. TMZ was obtaining concert footage. We're told was taking about 10 minutes into Travis' performance. I mean, if you're going to be concerned, that this could be nothing, because, the tabloids. But if the argument is that she's concerned, and she's like, has a concerned demeanor because of what's happening, I don't know. I feel like I'd be jumping up going, stop doing the concert. People are getting killed. Stop rapping. I'm assuming he's a rapper. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe he's a jazz singer.
Well, I don't know. I could kind of see how, like, if you were on stage,
like if she's
like you're not doing crowd control. Like it's like you're doing that. Nobody's telling you to stop, so it's like you just kind of keep going. Like
what?
What?
No, that's crazy.
You would think that if it was gonna.
Don't you remember the Stones?
Wasn't there security there?
It doesn't mean you keep the look. There's as an artist, you have a responsibility. And I'm not even gonna say I think you definitely do, even if you abscond it. Or is that not the right word? But whatever. I mean, look? I do remember audio of the Stones. After the Altamont, right? The famous Altamont, and give me. There's a thing of like them going like, all right, let's just relax, let's keep it cool.
Yeah,
but
that
playing
was,
under my thumb.
An easier situation because someone was obviously getting stabbed. Like,
well, the point is like, but then like towards the end of Under My Thumb, it's like, oh, he's got a gun. Like they're acknowledging things at least. It's like I'm not saying they didn't do a perfect job.
Yeah.
I remember a Smashing Pumpkins bootleg or whatever I listened to, where Darcy. The bassist was getting mad. I think it was Russia. I could be wrong. I don't want to disparage Russia, but like some other country, and she was getting mad because the security was really like treating the kids like rag dolls. Apparently, like you're not fucking hit them that hard. Stop it. I'm like, look, it's just. I don't know. Are you arguing with Travis Scott? It's one thing if you didn't realize it. That's one thing.
I'm just saying it could be a confusing situation as far as what to do. Like,
you're confused. Here's what I am. Hey, I'm a rapper. Cut that beat. Cut that beat. Cut that beat. I ain't gonna keep rapping until you stop trampling people. Rap on that. Stop. Move back. Everyone move back. And then there's a reverse trample. Everyone falls back on each other.
Oh God, that's worse.
Oh fuck! I'm so really ruined. How do you keep rapping in a situation as Lucie?
Look, you could stop.
Yes, you can stop.
But what if you don't know? Like, you might not know that people are actually getting killed.
Well, look, it's a different thing. Well, you know they're being trampled, right?
Because people have mosh pits. Like,
look, I think
where people are getting the shit kicked out of them.
Well, look, I don't think this was a mosh pit situation. I think does rap have mosh pits?
No, not usually.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think you know the difference between a mosh pit and people being trampled. So you're seeing like 12-year-old girls getting trampled. Look, if he was
were there 12-year-old girls getting trampled?
I mean, it's teenagers. I don't know if they were 12. I mean, is a 16-year-old girl's life less important?
No, but 12 has a visceral.
It does. Look, that's why I said it.
There was a teddy. That guy was holding a teddy bear at the memorial. So
maybe it was a little baby.
Maybe.
Baby was trampled. I don't know. I hope it was a good concert.
There was a baby reaching his hand out to get Travis Scott's hand, and he just gets trampled to death.
He just pulls it and throws it on the crowd. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, but apparently you would just go into you would just kind of transition into a rendition of Frank Sinatra's "My Way." Is that what you were trying to say? Like, I don't know.
Look, clearly in a perfect world, he would have stopped rapping and the lights would have gone up.
This is Ray in your ear. I just want you to know that it's a fuck situation. People are getting trampled. They're moving towards the stage. We need you to do something to help alleviate the situation, please. And your response is,
so
I've made mistakes.
But how is that?
I've had a few.
But how is that? Okay, so let's say someone is.
I don't know that happened.
Let's say someone was telling him that.
Sure.
What the fuck is he supposed to do?
Hey, everyone, just chill out a second. Stop dancing. Stop dancing. Stop moving towards the stage for a second. Hey, we got a situation going on. We need everyone to calm down, all right?
All right, what if you knew?
Off the top of my head.
What if you knew that
there was terrorists in the crowd? If you don't, like, that would be fun. Like, somehow they initiated this and they got in his ear and go, hello, Mr. Scott. If you try to stop the trampling, we blow up the concert. This is David Koresh from Waco. Remember me? I'm still alive. I mean, what
if one of the things he tried to do was like he went for one of his slower songs instead of the really high upbeat ones? It's
a start. I don't know why he wouldn't acknowledge, like, hey, just so you guys know. Because, look, I don't know how trampling starts. There might not have been ill will. You know, you're pushing forward on a huge crowd. People probably think that they can't, like, they can't fucking, like, I can't I'm not causing anything. And like 40 people forward, it's compounding into something, right?
Right.
So maybe tell people there's a trampling situation. Stop moving forward.
Yeah. I guess he could have said that.
I know it doesn't transition into my way as easily.
No, it doesn't. That's the problem.
I've been to Rome. I've seen it all. Trampled girls. It's their fault. I did it my way. I don't know why you even do it my way. It's a great song, though. I'm not even a Sinatra fan.
It's a terrible song.
I did it my way. It's just about a guy who just didn't give a shit. He didn't listen to cancel culture, didn't listen to Aaron Rodgers or fucking Kaepernick.
Yeah.
He just fucking did it. Aaron Rodgers did it his way. Didn't get vaccinated. Went on Jeopardy. I kind of sucked, but Alex Trebek can go fuck himself.
When's this going to end? I'm sick of this shit.
What is that?
For the Eric Clapton song?
Let's not quote Eric Clapton. oh, that's the vaccine song?
Yeah.
I thought you were quoting his racial tirade
No.
from the 70s. When's this going to end? I want to do gigs at Sam Goody or let's say they closed Sam Goody. Whatever. There's a radio. I'm saying whatever. I have a guitar clinic summer camp that I'm supposed to host this. Now I can't. There's a bilk rich 12-year-olds out of fucking millions of dollars.
Wait, he had a camp?
I'm just making stuff up. What TMZ can make stuff up and I can't? Fuck this. Speaking of musical controversies, there's something going on with Nevermind. The Nirvana album.
Finally getting their comeuppance.
I guess so. This is a USA Today, which is basically is that the paper of record for America?
It's a very established, very respected paper.
No, it isn't.
It is.
No, it's not.
People Magazine.
It's USA Today.
Oh, USA Today.
Are you familiar with it? It's not. Look, it's a paper.
No, of course it's not.
It's what they put in fucking. I don't know what the deal is USA Today, but it's definitely not great.
They're doing this is their contribution to the Me Too movement.
Well, look, I've always thought I always took pause. I'm not endorsing what they're saying, but I've always felt weird about, and maybe it's less common now, but the ease with which people will show a baby's dick. I never thought it was funny. I always thought it's weird.
Wait. How many times have you been in this situation where somebody just casually showed you a baby's dick?
Look, not a lot, but you would see a baby's ass on a Coppertone ad, for instance.
Sure.
You would see sometimes people would share a baby's ass picture. Not in a porn way. It would be
What fucking pedophiles are you?
Maybe
do you have on your chain emails?
I don't know. No, it would come up they have hard copy pictures. Especially in the old days, you would see.
Well, sure. There's definitely some nudity in people's home video collection.
And I get it. Oh, gee, which people? Look, there's a level of innocence sometimes. I think if we look back, though, maybe we're just giving them a pass.
Right.
But whatever. I don't necessarily think Nirvana was trying to show a baby's cock.
Look,
per se.
I don't think they were going, look at this baby's cock. Doesn't it look tasty? I think they were. I think they probably figured it's a baby's cock. Nobody's gonna be. We're not doing this to turn anyone on. Obviously.
He never asked to be a pop culture icon, and he has nowhere to hide from what he considers a childhood exploitation that is being shared for profit in perpetuity. After 30 years, he's asking for empathy. Does Spencer have right to protection?
Wait. The guy who's in the photo as a baby is making this complaint?
The baby, now 30, is suing the band for child pornography.
Oh, shit.
Wow. Good for him.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Watch it. Everyone gets to see my baby cock so that Courtney Love can afford more shrimp cocktails she's going to throw up on the shores of Malibu when she's, wandering into people's houses.
How did this get arranged? Was he... Did his mother, audition him for the naked baby dick pool picture?
I imagine, yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, because that's right. He did do a fucking copy of this at some point. There was clear violation of Spencer's privacy, blah, blah, blah. In recreating the Nevermind photo as an adult, Spencer had no understanding of how it would affect him in future years. The notion that Spencer brought recognition on himself is simply victim blaming. I mean, he did recreate this album cover as an adult.
Yeah. But maybe he was trying to take the power back.
I mean, no one knew it was him. Look, I don't necessarily think. I mean, he's wearing like a bathing suit.
Yeah, it's like go all out.
Yeah, show your big hog.
Show your dick.
You're an adult now.
Maybe this is what he's upset about.
Well, look, he's bringing it into the media. No one meets him on Tinder or the bar and goes, "Oh, you're the baby dick guy."
Yeah.
That being said, I have no problem with someone suing Courtney Love.
Right.
Take that money back from her. What's she gonna do? Like fucking puke it all up? She's not in a great, she's not donating it to fucking, solve world hunger.
Right.
So sue her, whatever. I mean, as far as I know, Kurt Cobain and Billy Corgan wrote her music. Maybe not. Maybe that's sexist. But I mean, she dated around with these guys. She only had a couple hits, and none of them after they died. Well, Billy Corgan didn't die, but what do you think of that? You think I'm being sexist by bringing that up?
Well, who says that? Is there any evidence?
I mean, she wasn't very prolific, but she had a couple good songs.
Yeah. I mean, look, if they're really writing her stuff for her, why wouldn't they write her to be more prolific?
Well, I mean, you look, I imagine there was like throwing a bone to the girl you're fucking. And then there's like, I'm not going to write your whole album.
I don't know.
I mean Kurt Cobain
what are her hits?
Malibu.
It sounds like
doll
a song.
parts. Doll hair.
That doesn't sound like something a man writes.
Huh?
That doesn't sound like something a man writes.
I
think she wrote that.
It might be the kind of thing that Kurt Cobain, I can't even use this. Here, you take it.
You're just coming up with scenarios.
Well, I mean, like, if you want real scenarios, like, how'd you die? Anyway, anything you want to plug?
No.
Okay. Thanks so much for tuning in. We got the Patreon going. You can see the links in the bio. You can sign up. You get an extra episode every week for $5. Not a bad deal.
No.
So yeah, enjoy that. Have a great week. It's fine. Leave it. Leave it.
Oops. Sorry. Sorry about that.